Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Dr. Avdesh Verma from Special Center for Nanoscience, Jawaharlal Nehru University, India. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee to provide me an opportunity to present my research work, experimental and in silico interaction study of alpha amylase, silver nanoparticle, a nanobioconjugate under the guidance of highly respected Dr. Pratima Solanki ma'am, Special Center for Nanoscience, Jawaharlal Nehru University, India, in the highly prestigious international conference SPAST, Japan. As we know, understanding the interactions between an enzyme and its respective substrate or with any other molecule like its inhibitors, activators, or drugs have been very much crucial for biochemical research. But nowadays, especially the interaction of nanoparticle with biomolecule has drawn enormous attentions of researcher in the field of nanobiotechnology all across the globe, as it has future prospect of improving the entire healthcare processes for patient, starting from diagnosis up to the treatment, since it facilitates rapid testing and early diagnosis of the diseases. In the current research work, we have gone through the synthesis, biophysical characterization, and interaction study of alpha amylase, silver nanoparticle, along with the study of involvement of tryptophan residue during the conjugation through wet lab and computational approach. Biosynthesis of silver nanoparticles was performed by incubation of 40 ml of alpha amylase solution, 2 milligram per ml in tris HCl buffer with pH 8, and 60 ml of freshly prepared aqueous solution of silver nitrate having concentration 1 millimolar. And the reaction was performed at 25 degrees centigrade, and you can see here clearly in the figure the pale brown color of solution after few minutes was seen, as you can see in the test tube 2, which is clearly distinguishable from the test tube 1 filled with pure AgNO3 solution. The bioreduction of Ag plus ions was monitored by measuring the UV visible spectra of the reaction media at different time intervals. And it was performed on the Makasis Optigen 3220 UV spectrophotometer. And here you can clearly see in the diagram that we have got the maximum absorbance intensity at 480 nanometer. That is, maximum absorbance intensity was at 480 nanometer. That means lambda max is 480 nanometer. And we can clearly see here, as we increase the time, the absorbance is also increasing. Then we went for the fluorescence spectral analysis, and for that we used the Carey Eclipse fluorescence spectrophotometer. And here excitation wavelength we have set 420 nanometer, while the emission wavelength ranging from 440 nanometer to 540 nanometer. And here it is clear from the graph that the fluorescence intensity is gradually decreasing as a function of time. Means conjugate formation is taking place. To assess the involvement of tryptophan during the synthesis of silver nanoparticle and nanobio conjugate formation, fluorescence spectra of tryptophan was also recorded. For that, we set the excitation wavelength as 295 nanometer, while the emission wavelength ranging from 310 nanometer to 400 nanometer. Here you can see in the figure fluorescence spectra of alpha amylase in the absence and in the presence of silver nitrate solution at different time interval for enzymatic synthesis, as well as nanobioconjugation of silver nanoparticle alpha amylase. Here we can clearly see that there is not only the decrement in the fluorescence intensity of the tryptophan, but also there is a shift of lambda max, which clearly indicates that there is the involvement of tryptophan in the synthesis of silver nanoparticles also during the nanobioconjugation. To observe the effect on the secondary structure of alpha amylase involved in the synthesis as well as the nanobioconjugation, we went for the CD spectroscopic analysis. For this, we used ABIP 420 SFCD spectrophotometer. And here you can clearly see in the graph that initially, as we mix the silver nitrate solution with alpha amylase, there is decrease in the elasticity, means there is change in the secondary structure. But with the gradual increase of time, there is no change in the secondary structure of protein. It means nanobioconjugation occurs, but after some time, stable nanobioconjugate formation takes place. The entire experimental analysis we tried to correlate with our computational approaches. For this, we went for the docking of silver nanocluster with alpha amylase. And here you can see in the figure, we have made a 20 atoms silver nano cluster, which is very beautiful. You can see here in the ground state configuration, we went for the optimization of energy, and then we use this optimized structure for the docking with the alpha amylase, having the PDB ID 3VX1. It has 499 amino acid residues, in which 12 residues are of tryptophan. Here you can clearly see that how beautifully and perfectly our silver nano cluster has perfectly fitted, binded to the binding cavity, binding pocket of the alpha amylase, having non-covalent kind of interactions. On the basis of above experimental and computational analysis, we can say that here biological methods for the synthesis of silver nanoparticles are considered safe and ecologically sound as an alternative to conventional physical and chemical methods. Temperature and light plays very important role in the synthesis of silver nanoparticles. There is gradual decrease in the fluorescence intensity of the tryptophan with increasing incubation time, and there is also shift in the lambda max of the fluorescence intensity, suggesting that complex formation takes place. CD spectral study shows that there is a decrease in the elasticity initially when we added the silver nitrate, but after incubating for different time, there is no change in the elasticity, which shows that after incubation of AgNA3, there is initial change in secondary structure of alpha amylase, but after some time there is no change, showing the stable nanobioconjugate formation. There might be possibility that some tryptophan residues may be exposed on the surface, participating in the non-covalent interactions, which is supported by our docking result. At last, I would like to thank and acknowledge Professor Pratima Solanki, SCNS JNU, Professor Sasank Dev, IIT Delhi, Professor Mariam Sardar, Jamia Millia Islamia, Delhi, and Professor B. Jairam and Sasank Sekhar sir to provide me the computational facility at SCF Bio, IIT Delhi. Thanks everyone for the kind attention.